What's going on, Sports Wars? It's Jeremy coming to you with another live stream, and today we have a lot to talk about within the world of sports. I am flying solo, at least here for a few minutes. Ryan tried to join me. He was literally in the call with me, but he is on the road and his signal did not hold up. John Matrix will probably join me here in the next 15 minutes, but we have a lot to talk about. We're going to focus in on college football and how the left-wing lunatics out there have lost their minds because people are getting together, they're enjoying themselves, they're having fun, and that is a very, very, very bad thing if you are a social justice warrior. So we're going to make fun of them, we're going to laugh at them, and we're going to roast them because fans getting together and having fun is ultimately a good thing. Even if you're cheering for the wrong team, like some of them were. But, of course, my Alabama Crimson Tide represented beautifully. The SEC represented pretty damn good, except for LSU dropping the ball last night versus UCLA. But we'll get further into that. How's everybody doing today? I'm excited. Football season's here. Fans are back. There's a lot to talk about. We've got AEW All In tonight, which we're planning on doing a live stream here on this channel. Doing a watch party. Heel versus Babyface Az will be there. Tommytron TV, and probably have another guest as well. So if you guys want to talk about wrestling, you just let me know. It's going to be a lot of fun. But the big thing that we took away from yesterday is that college football is back. Fans are back. Fans are having fun. They're gathering in stadiums by the tens of thousands. And they're not worried about the scare tactics from the mainstream media or social media or the left-wing loonies out there. And it was a beautiful, beautiful thing. And I am so excited for everything moving forward. SEC Jenkins here says college football was great yesterday. It absolutely was great. It was fantastic to witness some of the fan reaction and everything like that. I see we have a new member. A Money Wilson has become an MVP. That's what's up. Thank you for the support to the channel. I appreciate that. We all appreciate that. Blue Eyed Scorpio says Bishop Sycamore signed Tim Tebow. Gonna win it all. You Tebow haters are so obsessed. I didn't bring Tebow up. Blue Eyed Scorpio is obsessed with Tebow. You can't stop talking about this man. Leave this man alone. He is no longer in the NFL, and you guys cannot stop talking about him. You have a severe case of Tebow derangement syndrome. That's all I'll say. Chris Corran says, let's go Buccaneers. Ready for the game on Thursday? Absolutely. I'm ready for that game. Cowboys versus Buccaneers. Tom Brady, the return of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And if you guys have not heard, Sports Wars will be at the return of Tom Brady to New England in week 4, October 3rd. We're going to be at the game. We're going to be covering that, boots on the ground, and it's going to be amazing. I can't wait. I am so excited for that. And yes, I'm excited for the Buccaneers versus the Cowboys. That's going to be a pretty crazy game. So let me show you guys a few clips really quick. Now, I can't play the audio because of there's a lot of music being played and stuff like that. So I can't play the audio, but check this out right here. This is awesome right here. Check that out. Now, this is at Texas A&M, I believe. Yes, right here. And look at the crowd. Look at the crowd, man. People are happy. People are together. People are having fun. And that is what it's all about, man. That is what it's all about. Just fans coming together and enjoying themselves and seeing these packed stadiums. Seeing these stadiums packed full of people that are celebrating being sports fans is truly a magnificent thing to witness. We've got more clips. We've got dude, what happened to Wisconsin yesterday was just crazy cool, man. Like, it was they were rocking, man, when they were playing House of Pain. Right here. This right here. Like, look at the crowd. Look at the crowd going crazy. That's what it's all about right there. That's what it's all about. That's what we love to see. People going crazy, losing their minds. You know, Look at them. Look at even they can't even hide their excitement. Like, it was so great to see, you know, and that's what it's all about, man. Fans being excited, coming together, and I'm loving it, man. And we have seen so many people. We have seen so many people on social media getting so mad about this, getting so mad about people being together and having fun. It's so funny. I love it. I wish I could play the audio, but I can't. But that's it right there. Hell yes. I love seeing these stadiums rocking, and we need to see more of it. In terms of yesterday's college football, I mean, I was focused in on Alabama and Miami, obviously, and I don't know if Alabama was just Alabama's going to reload. They're not going to rebuild. They're going to reload. So we know that. But I don't know if Alabama looked phenomenal or if Miami is just terrible or a combination of both. I didn't take away a lot from Alabama's game yesterday against Miami outside of the fact that Bryce Young looked really good, which we expected him to look good. And Bama was going to steamroll them the whole entire time. It was never going to be close. Miami's just a shit program at this point, I think. I don't think that you can take too much away from that outside of Alabama's going to be good. Alabama is going to be prominent. They're going to represent. And but I don't know how much I can take away from that to say Alabama is just going to steamroll everybody outside of the fact that Alabama bringing their ridiculous recruiting class in like they do every year. Alabama is going to be a competitor. Alabama is going to be relevant. Miami is trash. Then we had the ACC game, or another ACC SEC matchup with Clemson versus Georgia, and Georgia pretty much embarrassed them. And I know a lot of people said, "Oh, it was only 10-3, Jeremy. That's not an embarrassment. You're Clemson, and you could only score 3 points against an SEC defense. That's what happens when you play the SEC all year long. That's what happens." So this isn't some cupcake ACC schedule all year long. Look at Clemson's schedule for the rest of the year. It's fucking embarrassing. But you step to one SEC school and you can't hang. You couldn't even put a touchdown on the board. That's what happens when you play in the SEC. That's what happens when you run the gauntlet. It was pathetic. All right? It was pathetic. Now, of course, LSU had to go lose to UCLA, which pissed me off. But it is what it is. You got to deal with it. That was pretty embarrassing. Chip Kelly getting the win over Coach O over with the LSU Tigers. But overall, it was a great day of college football, and it's great to see fans back, and that is the most important thing. Yeah, no, they were definitely outraged. There were people that were calling it. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find this one right here. I'll show you one right here. Because all of these left-wing people are lunatics, okay? And they're all about projection. That's all they're trying to do is project. That's it. I want to find, Rex Chapman. Look at this one right here, okay? Look at this one right here. Rex Chapman. Big-time SJW, okay? And as you see this one right here, there's Rex Chapman. Oh, my God. COVID Bowl. It's the COVID Bowl, everybody. Fans are getting together and they're having fun. Oh my gosh, isn't that so terrible? Yet here's a picture of Rex hanging out with the Suns. Yeah, so you can have fun. You can go enjoy yourself. But when other people do it, it's the COVID Bowl. It's the COVID Bowl. These are the types of people I'm talking about right here. You know, Ryan's been on the road and he's been posting, different meetups. He posted like some images from Nashville, Tennessee. And all you saw were people going, look at all of the people without a mask. Look at all the people without a mask. What's up, Eric K? I need to get Eric K a wrench. Bam. There you go, Eric K. You got a wrench now, buddy. But yeah, so they love to just freak out and lose their minds. Again, to be clear, as I have said many, 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 many times, okay, you are welcome to sit in your house, sit in the corner of your house with 4 masks on for the rest of your life. And I will not say that you can't do that. You can do whatever you want as long as it's not illegal. If you want to sit in the corner of your house with 4 masks, go for it. If you want to drive around in your car with no one else in the car with 4 masks on, go for it. That is fine. There is nothing wrong with you doing whatever you want to do. But when you're trying to make other people have to follow your rules, that's where I have a problem with it. That's why I am sick and tired of it. This is not about anybody, any individual wanting to protect themselves from whatever. Okay? That's not what it's about. As I've said many times, I am an individualist. That's what Geeks and Gamers is, individualist. We believe that you can do whatever you want with your time and your money and your life. So, like, I'm not pro jab. I'm not anti-jab. I am pro you doing what works best for you. But you don't need to post about it. You don't need to tell the world about it. You don't need to tell everybody what's going on just so you can play the victim. That's what I'm sick and tired of. It's just so funny. Mike Hill, will it be a problem for you with Tom Brady going up against Mac Jones? No, not at all. And I'll get into that here in just a minute, Mike Hill. That's a good question, actually. That won't be a problem for me at all, and I'll explain why here in just a minute. And then we got Echo Base says, thank you, $10 for Echo Base Network. Look at that super spreader event. Love it. People don't realize how much power they have. Benjamin Franklin said it best. He who sacrifices freedom for security deserves neither. Very well said. Very well said. And hail to Echo Base Network. Back to Mike Hill's comment. Will it be a problem for me with Tom Brady going up against Mac Jones? It won't. I'm a Brady guy. Now I love Mac Jones. I didn't necessarily believe in Mac Jones to be an NFL caliber quarterback, even though he did great things at Alabama. I didn't think he would necessarily be an NFL style quarterback. But when the New England Patriots drafted him, I recognized, okay, that's probably a perfect scenario for Mac Jones. Mac Jones worked under Saban, played under Saban, and now Saban has clearly signed off to Belichick about Mac Jones because that's the type of player that Belichick needs. Belichick needs a player that he can coach, that can take it, that can be a leader. Cam Newton was too much of a diva, and Bill Belichick spent more of his time talking up Cam in the media, which was very weird because Bill Belichick spent 20 years tearing Tom Brady down in the media because that's the type of coach Bill Belichick is. Mac Jones brings that same type of dynamic. So I love Mac Jones. I got nothing but respect for Mac Jones. Do I believe that Mac Jones is the next Tom Brady? Not necessarily, but I do believe that this is a very interesting scenario, and I'm excited to see how it all plays out. But Brady's my guy. I do follow college football players into the NFL, whether they played for Alabama or not. That's why I became a Tebow fan, because I watched him at Florida all of those years. Brady with Michigan beat Alabama, which is why I followed him into the NFL. For a while, I cheered against him. Tua Tagovailoa, which I think Tua and Mac Jones are playing week 1 against each other, which is pretty interesting because I prefer Tua over Mac Jones. Although I don't think Tua is a long-term answer at quarterback in the NFL because of the durability issue. So that's going to be, am I right about that? Is it Tua versus Mac? Is it the Dolphins versus Patriots week 1? Am I right about that? Because that's going to be a pretty interesting matchup right there if that's the case. Let's see here. I'm trying to read the chat here just a minute. Clemson has never really been in low-scoring games like that against Georgia. Georgia has been in those types of games and acted accordingly. Clemson did not. I agree with that. Tua versus Jones is happening week 1. Okay, so that's going to be awesome. That's going to be cool. Thank you, Steph. I need to pull up that Streamlabs link really quickly. So let's see. Give me just a second. Oh. Streamlabs link. And of course, why the fuck does it always make me have to do this? I don't understand it. Donation history. There we go. Okay, so we're caught up on that. Now, back to what we were talking about overall with the freak out. We have a group of people This group of people, they are in the media, they are in big tech, and they do not want people to enjoy themselves. They don't want people to go out and have fun with their family. They don't want you gathering and going to church. They don't want you gathering and going to sporting events. They don't want you going to the gym. They don't want you going out and having fun and enjoying your life. And the reason they don't want you to enjoy your life is because they don't enjoy their lives. They are miserable. They are losers. They are lazy. They are overweight. They don't have any ambition in life whatsoever. So their whole entire mentality is to sit around and not do anything except complain and have others give them things. They want the government to give them things. They want the government to take care of them. They want everyone else to pay for their laziness. So when they see other people out and about doing things with their lives, having fun, building up a family, building relationships, and making their lives better, when they see other people doing that, they get really, really angry, and they start to project online. They start to call you a racist. They start to call you a sexist. They start to say that you're a danger to society. And it all goes back to when we started to see these beginning pieces in the entertainment industry. We started to see this where these people would say, if you don't like a movie that if you dislike a movie that I like, then you are a racist and a sexist. And that was the beginning phases of me seeing that these people are projecting. And now we're starting to see how they have shifted that ideology all the way into what's going on with the pandemic and all of these other things. And you have to get this thing done to your body to make me feel safer. Okay. That's their mentality. You have to do this to make me feel safer. And there is so much broken logic within it. And that is my big problem with it. So if I literally sit here and say, as I've said every fucking day since this thing started, if you want to go and get whatever you think that you need for your body to make you feel safer against anything going on, if your doctor is there and telling you do it, go for it. You have my blessing. You have my blessing. You are welcome to do whatever you think works best for you. Okay, you can wear one mask. You can wear two. If Dr. Fauci tells you to wear 10, you can go ahead and do that and look like a fucking idiot. It doesn't matter to me. It does not impact me in any capacity whatsoever. But the problem is when you start telling me that I have to do what you say, that's where we have the problem. And it goes back into the whole situation with movies and entertainment and these people going, well, I loved this movie and you have to love it. And if you don't love it, then you're a danger to society. It's the same exact fucking people. And those same exact people are now telling sports fans, you can't go to games. You can't go to games. You can't go have fun with your family. We're seeing it all over the place. I'm so tired of these people. I'm so tired of it. Swig of sweet tea for the working man. That's right. We got sweet tea. We got Milo's sweet tea today. So swig of sweet tea for the working man. I'm not scared of the beer bug. I'm not. I hope I don't get it. I hope you don't get it, but I'm not scared of it. I'm not scared of something that has the survival rate that this does. I'm just not. When I went to Vegas, I wasn't worried about it. When I'm going to Boston in a couple of weeks, I'm not worried about it. I'm not going to care. I'm not going to be concerned with it because the facts are telling me that I shouldn't be. Yes, Twitter tells me this. Twitter says that, and that's fine, but it's not true. It's fear tactics. That's it. That's it. So that's where we are with that. Hey, we got Joe Rogan in the house. By the way, Joe, glad you're feeling better, buddy. Glad Joe Rogan's feeling better. That's good to see. Thank you for the $1 super chat. Appreciate that. And yes, we are fearless. We are. And that's really all it comes down to. You got to do what works best for you, and you can't let other people try and dictate what you do with your life and your money and everything like that. So that's it. It's not that complicated at all. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about was tonight is AEW All Out, the return of CM Punk to the ring for the first time in 7 years. The plan is for us to do a watch party tonight on this channel, a live watch party. Myself, Hill versus Babyface as Tommytron TV. We're going to be joined by someone else as well, hopefully. And we're going to do a live watch party and we're going to be commentating throughout. And it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be cool. It's going to be really cool. And I can't wait. I can't wait to see what happens with CM Punk. I'm a little concerned with some things going on with the storylines and everything like that, but we'll get further into that as time goes on. But CM Punk's return to AEW has been a game changer for AEW and professional wrestling in general. I mean, I would rank CM Punk's return to AEW in Chicago. That would rank that as a top 10 moment in wrestling history. Just because of the fan reaction, the ovation, the pop. It's definitely a top 10 pop, maybe a top 5 pop of all time. And, it's really been somewhat of a game changer for the industry. Now, it doesn't mean that AEW is ready to compete with WWE. That's just not going to happen yet. WWE has such a monopoly on the business right now. And I guess that's the wrong word to use, a monopoly, but they just have such a stranglehold on the industry that it's going to take more than CM Punk and this massive attention that he's brought. So Joe Bob says top 5 moment. Me personally, like on a personal level, I got to say it's definitely probably top 5. It's huge. Best pop since Money in the Bank 2011 versus Cena. I heard that, man. That was honestly though, I would argue that the pop in Chicago for AEW for Punk was bigger than his pop at Money in the Bank 2011. I think so. I think that was a bigger pop. So I don't know. They're both. Yeah, there's Ryan who says he's got a dog shit signal. Right there. There's Ryan. So my wrestling fans, top 10. Is CM Punk's pop? Was it bigger in Chicago this year or was it bigger at Money in the Bank 2011? Bryan Danielson is going to be a monster. Yeah. Do we know when Daniel Bryan is going to sign or when he's supposed to come in? I wonder if he'll make an appearance tonight. CM and Daniel and Darby fight will be epic. I think it's going to be a great fight. My concern right now with CM Punk is that the whole babyface angle for Punk is kind of like, I don't see that being something that can carry a lot of weight for the long term. Like this whole nice CM Punk business is not really what made CM Punk who he is. And he's very happy in AEW. And I'm not sure how long that's going to last. You know what I mean? So we'll see. Money in the Bank 2011 is also in Chicago. No, absolutely. I know it was in Chicago. And that was a massive pop. That was a massive pop in a 5-star match. That was a great match. Although my favorite match, if you've not seen it, in my opinion, the best match I've ever seen from CM Punk was him versus Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam 2013, I think. 2012 or 2013, Brock Lesnar versus CM Punk SummerSlam. Brock has never looked better, and that's because Punk made him look so damn good. That was an amazing match right there. To me, that's the best match I've ever seen CM Punk have, and it's because he made Brock Lesnar look so good in that match. Frank says, I'm just happy WWE has competition now, as am I. I'm, competition is good for the wrestling industry. It's good for fans. And that's really what this comes down to. That's what this comes down to is fans having more of an option. So if AEW continues to be relevant, and then you have the WWE side, which is always going to be relevant. And then if AEW continues to elevate that product on their side, then that's only going to force WWE to elevate the product on their side. And who wins? Who wins? Fans win. Fans win. and that is the most important thing. And I'm really happy about that. AEW reminds me of WWE Attitude Era. I think it reminds me more so of the early days of Nitro. Maybe not quite like NWO style, like right before the NWO elements. That's kind of where I feel. That's where I feel AEW is. Let's see. But either way, it's good. And I think that they need to I think they need to add more of a dynamic where people are feeling. There needs to be more of a dynamic with the leadership of the company, maybe not being so much in favor of the talent. You know what I mean? So we'll see. Alexander Kelly says Froggy Fresh Christmas song is stuck in my head. Dude, Froggy Fresh is amazing. Okay. Yeah, I get it. When we played on Friday Night Tights, so many people's like, who is this? This is not good. You just don't get it, man. Froggy Fresh is hilarious. Go watch some of Froggy Fresh's songs. They're catchy. They're good. They're funny. It's on point. I love Froggy Fresh. It's so good. Monday Night Raw needed to stop the same match. Yeah, I mean, I haven't watched, I really have not been invested in wrestling since CM Punk left back in 2014. I just haven't cared. You know what I mean? And so his return has definitely brought me back into things. And listen, I don't understand why this happens, but for my wrestling fans out there, okay? For my wrestling fans out there, I don't know what it is about professional wrestling and the drama that goes on, but I can listen to hours and hours and hours of professional wrestling shoot interviews and just listening to the drama. I don't know what it is. It's fascinating. It's fascinating. Stone Cold's beer cooler. Can you imagine a promo between CM Punk and MJF? God, that would be amazing. Absolutely. MJF has impressed me. So I can't wait to see something like that. That's the loudest crowd I have ever been part of, was a live wrestling crowd. Yeah, definitely, man. Especially like if you go to Canada. Yes, 83 weeks. The Eric Bischoff one. That's a great one. Yeah, hell yeah. Love that one. And Jim Cornette. Like, I can't stop listening to Jim Cornette's shoot interviews. Like, it's just fascinating. Professional wrestling is so fascinating. All the bullshit, all the drama, all the stories. Like, it's just crazy. I can't stop. Frank says, I love listening to the Jim Cornette podcast. Me too. Me too. I love it so much. Let me see. Keely, what's up? I'm a WWF guy, but I did like WCW at times. I blame the AOL Time Warner merger for the death of WCW. They had a lot of problems. That was one of them, but mismanagement was another one. Somebody just mentioned, if I could find it. Yes, Montreal loves their wrestling. If you go and look at the Hulk Hogan pop post WrestleMania 17, go look at the pop that Hulk Hogan got in Montreal. Holy crap, man. Montreal loves their wrestling. No doubt about that. Let me see. Chicken Nugget Hammy wants us to know that wrestling is fake as fuck. You are correct, Chicken Nugget. So are the orgasms that your mom gives you, because she's the only woman that'll touch you. So sorry about that. Sorry to inform you that those are fake orgasms too. Thank you for breaking news to us that literally everybody already knows. But oh well. At least we know your mom's helping you out with the self-esteem, since you need that, clearly. All right. If WWE is in Montreal, that means someone is getting screwed. Absolutely. Absolutely. Stone Cold's podcasts are very good. Yes, they are. And again, so, I mean, wrestling is just a fascinating thing. Something I have not cared about in a long time. Like I said, 7 years since CM Punk left, but him being back now is actually elevated even the WWE in my eyes a little bit, because I'm interested to see what's going on over there, because I feel like they're going to have to respond in some capacity from a creative standpoint. I guess we'll see. Now, like I said, tonight we're going to try and do a we're going to do a watch party for AEW All Out tonight here on the channel. Hopefully that's able to happen. The other thing too, would you guys be interested in me and Ryan doing a live watch party for the Buccaneers Cowboys game? Would you be interested in that? Just curious. I'd like to know, because we considered doing that. That's Thursday Night Football. So I don't know if that's something we're going to do or not. President-elect Archie Bunker for $5 on the Streamlabs side. Crowds are back in college football. I hope Ryan is going to be on to give us his impression of the Sarah Fuller statue in Nashville. AEW going to be lit as fuck tonight. You fuckers keep fighting the good fight. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, Ryan's signal's really bad, so I don't think he's going to be able to make it. But you will get hear Ryan's thoughts very soon. I see a lot of yeses in the chat. I see a lot of yeses. So good deal. All right, if you guys want to see that, me and Ryan will see if we can talk that. We'll see if we can make that happen. So, Jeremy, how's life been treating you? What's your prediction for the FSU Notre Dame game tonight? And where's RK? So Ryan is signal is shot right now while he's on the road, and so he's probably not going to be able to join us. In terms of FSU Notre Dame tonight, that is honestly, like, neither one of these programs are at top of their game right now. I don't know who's even favorite. I haven't even seen the line for that one. You know, FSU's been in kind of a disaster the last few years, and Notre Dame is fucking overrated every year anyway. I don't hate Notre Dame as much as a lot of sports fans do. They do annoy me, but I feel the same about Notre Dame as I do the Dallas Cowboys. Like, I think Notre Dame creates, just like the Dallas Cowboys, Notre Dame creates so much emotion from people, and I'm good with them either way. I mean, I like when they get beat. I think they're overrated. But that's very well said, Marby Dog. Mediocre teams, great history. But if I'm looking at this right now, I think I'm probably going to think, I think Notre Dame's going to be going to take it. I think FSU's is just in a bad way right now. So we will see how that all plays out. But yes, definitely iconic teams. Bear Business. I don't watch a lot of college football since my Big Ten team sucks, but the videos of the stands packed and rocking is amazing. It absolutely is. It truly was pretty special to watch. And even if you're not a fan, like, I'm not a fan of Wisconsin, I'm not a fan of Texas A&M, although I do think that College Station is one of the great atmospheres in sports. What they do there. I did say overrated. I said overrated can definitely apply in sports. I always say overrated when it comes to sports. Aaron Rodgers is overrated. Notre Dame is overrated. I always say that. Every conference not named the SEC is overrated. Let me see. Chicken Nugget Hammy says, I'm not trolling. I'm wondering why people who talk shit about sports for a whole year are now celebrating the return of woke sports. It's a dumb question, because what was woke about yesterday's sports? What was woke? Was there kneeling? Was there BLM, marches going on in the stadiums? Like, if there's something to call out, we'll call them out. But if there's something to celebrate, we're going to celebrate. Because, spoiler alert, this is a sports channel. Okay. And we are here to cover sports, and we're going to continue to cover sports, and we're going to continue to elevate our platform. That way, the bigger our platform gets, the more power and the more influence we can have when we're calling out the bullshit. If we just don't cover it and would leave that up to the likes of ESPN, then it's never going to get better. But you have places like Outkick the Coverage, that have elevated. You have places like Barstool Sports. Barstool Sports is literally like neck and neck with ESPN in terms of relevance now. Now, they don't call out the bullshit like we do, which is totally fine, but they still are not, they're not like politically correct. And I love Barstool. I love everything they're doing. And so, yeah, we're here to cover sports, and we're here to call shit out when it needs to be called out. And we're going to celebrate things when they're being celebrated. And right now, ESPN's not going to tell you how the woke lefties out there are crying their eyes out at full football stadiums. No, but we will. ESPN didn't want to tell you that President Trump was at that UFC fight, about a month and a half ago and got a standing ovation. Notice how ESPN didn't even mention that? ESPN didn't even mention that Trump was there. Do you know why? Because they can't cover a situation where Donald Trump walks into a sporting event and gets a standing ovation from the crowd. Because fuck ESPN. So yeah, we're going to continue to cover what we cover. We'll call bullshit out when we call it out. But I am celebrating the return of fans to stadiums. I am celebrating the return of fans being able to go and enjoy their favorite team and go out there and not worry about social distancing or wearing 8 masks or whatever Fauci's saying. That's what I'm celebrating, and I'm very happy for it, and I'm going to continue to be happy about that. Swig of sweet tea for the working man. Let me see. Melissa, you know what? Hang on. Let me see if I can highlight that. I have to go all the way back up. Hang on just a minute. And boom. There we go. Melissa, are you ready to take that L in the swamp? D-Day Cobra, go Gators. It's great to be a Florida Gator. The graphic last night said 26% chance UF wins. BS, 100% chance. I mean, Melissa, you already know. You already know. Don't tug on Superman's cape. That's exactly what you're doing with Alabama. I got nothing but respect for the Gators. Represent SEC, but it's Alabama. Come on. You know what's going to happen. But I appreciate the confidence. And I want you to have that same energy right up to the game. And then we'll see what all happens. Dix Insider says, something I'll be saying in 50 years. I've got a good feeling about the Cowboys this year. I feel they can get it done. Yeah, I mean, the Cowboys, like I said, I don't even know why. I don't have a strong opinion of them. But you know, it is what it is. It's people hate the Cowboys, people love the Cowboys. People hate Notre Dame, people love Notre Dame. But right back at you, Melissa. Right back at you. But for me, I'm kind of like, I look at them kind of like the New York Knicks, for instance. And NBA. Like I like when these historic teams are relevant within the sport. So like, I want the Cowboys to be competitive. I want Notre Dame to be competitive. I want the New York Knicks to be competitive because I think it makes the sport better when these teams are relevant. I've always felt that way. So with the Dallas Cowboys, like I'm happy that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to be opening up, against the Cowboys. I think that's just going to be a really sexy matchup. And I fully expect the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win. But I'm happy you guys want us to do the watch party for that game. So we will see if we can make that happen along with the watch party tonight for AEW All In. I can't wait. And, we're working on the fantasy football element as well here for Sports Wars. We're trying to get that rolling. And so I'm excited about that. I've never been a fantasy football guy myself. I've always been someone that, just focuses on watching it and being entertained by it and following it from an internal standpoint, but never getting into the fantasy football element. But maybe. Let me see. Dix Insider says, almost forgot to ask, but have you had any chance to open your Christmas gifts from last year? I know you've been busy. I have actually, but I don't remember specifically which one you sent. I've opened all of my P.O. Box stuff, and I meant to tell I was going to do a quick little, I did do one video on, hang on, let me show you something I got. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm coming. Hang on. I'm almost back. So someone sent this to me, okay? Okay, that this is one of the coolest things ever. And again, I don't know if this person wants to be mentioned, so I'm not going to mention it, but someone sent that to me. Look at that. Look at that. Okay? Is that not the coolest thing ever? Seriously. That's insane, dude. Look at that. And Now, this one I already owned, okay, but this is the combo right here. Trump and D-Day Cobra right there. Oh, that is awesome. Like, that's crazy though, man. So someone sent that to me. That's insane, bro. Like, that's crazy. I don't even what? I don't deserve that. I don't deserve my own action figure, but I'm okay with it. I accept it. I am okay with that. So yeah, your gift had Bucky's items in it. Yes, okay, I did get that. Thank you. Sweet. Dude, Bucky's. How many of you have been to Bucky's? How many of you have been to Bucky's? Bucky's is in Texas. And actually they opened one in Alabama recently off Interstate 10. Bucky's is amazing. Bucky's is one of these places that, like, when you go in there, they've got, so basically it's a convenience store on steroids is essentially what it is. And they have like 100 gas pumps. They have a full service food, counter. They have this giant convenience store section. They have the cleanest bathrooms you'll ever see. They have this giant shopping area. It's crazy, dude. Like, Bucky's is incredible. You've never heard of Bucky's? Oh, you've heard of Bucky's but never been. Dixon says, I live like 10 minutes from Bucky's. Man, Bucky's is amazing. Like a Love's but better. Let me show you guys if I can pull up a picture of Bucky's. Let me show you guys. Images. Let's see here. Holy crap, that's a good picture right there. Opening a new window. Is there any other good pictures? Pictures don't really do this place justice though. But there we go. I'll share this one and we'll see if I can right there. So that's a Bucky's. That's a Bucky's right there. And look at all these gas pumps. I mean, there's just so many, and the place is giant. It's almost like it's bigger than a Walmart neighborhood market. And you just have no idea the energy, the when you go in there, the service is top notch. They're clean. The food is fresh. It's an amazing place, dude. That's a convenience store though. That's all it is a giant convenience store. And it's awesome. It's truly awesome. Let me see if I can find another picture to show you guys. Matter of fact, I think I did a video on D-Day Cobra about that. Didn't I? Did I do a D-Day Cobra video? Let's see. I did do one. Look at that. Oh my God. I got to sign into my other account. All right, here we go. All right. Yep. There we go. All right. So here's on my D-Day Cobra channel. I went to a Bucky's and I vlogged it. So here we go. Right here. All right. So let's go in. The place is massive, dude. And it's always busy. Always busy as hell. As you can
Order 820, orders ready 820.
That is awesome. I love it, man. Like all that food, they have such good food. Subhuman says, I think I've been to that one. Yeah, that I can't remember specifically which one this is. This is in Texas. I don't remember which one it is, though. This is actually a smaller one. This is one of the smaller ones I'd been to. I would say this one's like 25% smaller than some of the normal ones I've been to. But yeah, so there you go. Buc-ee's is amazing. If you've never been, I highly recommend it. You will love it if you're ever on a road trip in Texas. And like I said, there's one in Alabama off I-10. But yeah, there we go. Gosh, man, you get me talking about. I don't want to turn this into a Krista stream. I know there were some super chats. I wanted to highlight them, but they didn't got past me. So let me see. Mountain Lord, the top 2 reasons to watch All Out tonight. CM Punk is one, and Chris Statlander with her sweet thickness is number 2. Man, that is I can't wait. I really can't. Like, I don't know exactly how. Again, I really hope they change up the storyline a little bit, because CM Punk being the babyface, like, I don't think that has long-term appeal. He's going to have to turn back into the asshole Punk. He's going to have to turn back into the sarcastic Punk. I need that negative energy from him. Heath Nation, who you got, CM Punk or Darby? I predict a draw. No, I predict Punk's going to go over. I don't see any way Punk doesn't go over, but I think he's going to make Darby look really good in the process. But I absolutely think Punk wins. I don't think you can bring Punk back in this level and him not go over tonight. But I think Darby's going to end up looking really good in the loss. I absolutely believe that. Let's see. Dixon says, I hope the coin didn't flat out the card I sent. It did not. It did not. I've got some of that stuff right over here right now. So thank you, Dixon. I appreciate that, man. Really do. Right, Jeremy, Punk will turn heel again soon. I hope so. I hope so. Because the babyface Punk just doesn't work for me. Not long term, anyway. Not long term. Where'd it go? Darby Allin is already really good. Darby Allin is really good. Darby Allin is really good. Alabama, where the fuck did it go? There. Alabama looked impressive yesterday. Are they that good, or did Miami help them look that good? I think it's a little bit of both. I mean, obviously Alabama is good. There's no doubt about that. And Bryce Young is a stud. There's no doubt about that. Alabama has a great running game. They have a great offensive line. They have a great defense. Alabama is good, very good. But Miami is not good at all. So I think Miami made them look even better. Jay Mills says the homemade jerky at Buc-ee's is worth a try. I always eat they have a turkey melt sandwich that I always eat. Rumor is that Bryan Danielson's set to debut tonight. Yeah, that's I hope that happens. I hope that happens. So it's exciting to be a wrestling fan again. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Let me see. Darby Allin is one of AEW's best wrestlers. He's amazing. He is, and I think he's going to look great tonight, but I think he's going to take home the L, but it'll be a good loss. It'll be a good loss. T-Rev says FSU or Notre Dame, choose wisely. I already said I think Notre Dame is going to win tonight. I don't really have a lot of faith in either program right now, but I think Notre Dame wins tonight. Tell me this, everybody, because I mean I'm not as caught up with a lot of the wrestlers that have kind of elevated recently, because like I said, it's been about 7 years since I watched consistently. But what's the deal with Kenny Omega? Because I don't really see anything impressive about him, but I haven't really watched him that much, but just on appearance alone and even his promos. Am I missing something? What's such a big deal about Kenny Omega? Yeah, same here. Do I think Brady will win at a Super Bowl? I think that they will definitely compete for sure. I mean, I think Brady's going to compete for a Super Bowl every year he's a starting quarterback. I just do. So yeah, I absolutely would put money on Brady winning another Super Bowl. Watch his New Japan Pro Wrestling matches. Is that where he really got his big following? Got you. Okay. I got you. Adam Washington, I think Bray Wyatt and Adam Cole will join AEW. Two with Punk and Bryan. Maybe they could be a faction. I do predict Omega to win. Same with Punk. Bray Wyatt's heavily rumored. And Adam Cole is as well. And I think these are names that you gotta have. If you're really wanting to compete with WWE, which they're still not quite there, but if you really want to compete with them, you're gonna have to bring some of these names in. Omega's overrated. Same can be said for the Young Bucks. I don't see what's so great about Kenny Omega personally, but again, I'll give it time because I'm getting my feet wet back into wrestling after all of these years not paying attention. He's a great in-ring performer. I have to check that out. What's your take on the absence of offense in the Georgia versus Clemson game? I don't take away a lot of it. To me, I think Clemson is as close to an SEC team as you're going to get that's not in the SEC. And I've always appreciated that from Clemson. So to me, that felt like a good old-fashioned SEC defensive battle. We've seen those in the past. We've seen them with Alabama and LSU. And I thought it was a really good game. I know it didn't put up the big numbers and scoring like a lot of people want to see, but for me, I appreciated it. And look, I think Clemson is still a very, very good team and very much a competitor to be in the playoff. I don't think that says that they don't belong anywhere. What my point was about Clemson is that this is what happens when you play in the SEC. You're going to run into those buzzsaws every single time, at least a few times a year, and you got to overcome it. This is what Alabama's been dealing with for years. This is why it's tough to play in the SEC. This is why. And they found that out. It doesn't mean Clemson's bad, because Clemson's not bad. Clemson's very good, and they belong in that caliber of discussion. But that's what happens when you play in the SEC. So, Mexican Iron Man. Listening in from the road on my way back from a supply drop to New Orleans. Buc-ee's is the theme parks for grown-ups on the road. Went for the first time. Holy hell. The barbecue, the Slurpees, and the jerky was unbelievable. Hail, Geeks and Gamers. Hail, fearless leader Jeremy. Dude, Mexican Iron Man, I couldn't have said it better myself. Buc-ee's is a theme park for grown-ups on the road. That is the best description of Buc-ee's I think I have heard. That is the best description. Holy shit. That's good. That is damn good. I see Yellow Flash. What's up, Yellow Flash? Congratulations on 300K, my friend. Congratulations, man. I'm really happy for you. You've been killing it over there on your main channel, man. So really happy. So everybody say hey to Yellow Flash and congratulate him on 300,000 subscribers. Yeah, Mexican Iron Man, that's very well said. And again, if you've never been to Buc-ee's, I'm just telling you, when you go, you're going to be blown away. It's incredible. Buc-ee's is an experience that you have to see. So again, I don't know, Steph, how many locations are in Texas? I don't even know. But that's where they predominantly are. And the only location outside of Texas, I believe, is the one on I-10 outside of Alabama, in between Mobile and Pensacola on I-10. That's good though. That's good. All right. Where are we at? Yep. Everybody say hey to Yellow Flash. 300K subs. Heath Nation, do you believe Daniel Bryan will debut at All Out? I hope so. And I think if there's any plan to bring Daniel Bryan in, I think this is your best moment. I think you're going to have more eyes on All Out tonight because of CM Punk's return. And if you're going to drop something, if you're going to bring in something or somebody with a big name, tonight's the night to do it. So if you got Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson, if you've got him, you might as well go ahead and use it. Cornette is a big fan of Kenny Omega. Yeah, I've heard him talking about Kenny Omega. I've heard him talking about it. I don't see it yet, but I'll give it time. Maybe I'm missing something. Stone Cold's beer cooler. Bray Wyatt in a TV 14 program like AEW is horrifying in the greatest way possible. No more PG programming to chain him down. Yeah, I mean, back when I was watching, Bray Wyatt was killing it with his promos. And I guess they kind of buried the character over the last few years. I haven't been watching, so I don't know. But I think Bray Wyatt has a ton of potential. I don't know what name he's going to be under. if he goes to, I don't know what name he's going to be under if he goes over to whatchamacallit, AEW. I don't think he has the Bray Wyatt name. I don't think he's allowed to use that. Jeremy, are you watching AEW All Out tonight? AEW has been amazing where WWE has let me down. Can't wait for CM Punk tonight. And my boy Kenny Omega. Yes, we're going to do a watch party here on this channel tonight for AEW All Out. So we're going to get that all set up. I'm very excited about that. Me as from Heel versus Babyface, Tommytron TV, and maybe even another big YouTuber will be joining us for a watch party here tonight. So I'm looking forward to it. Last few years he was buried from the start. I mean, back when he came around, I thought he had a lot of leeway. They were giving him some good stuff to do, but yeah, I mean, I'm sure he was buried pretty quickly after I stopped watching. Wait, guys, he was being sarcastic about Cornette liking Kenny. Just calm the fuck down. Oh man. Let me see. They pretty much gave Alexa Bliss Bray's gimmick. Really? Man, see, I had no idea. Wait, hang on. No, he doesn't have the name, but he will make it even more terrifying name and gimmick. Dude, I really like to all out could be a big time game changer for AEW. It really can. It really can. Like, think about it. If Bray Wyatt was to appear, if Bryan Danielson was to appear, you've got CM Punk versus Darby Allin. But they're going to have to get away from this good old boy mentality at AEW. I'm telling you, we need storylines. I'm tired of seeing CM Punk come out. Like, I'm already tired of seeing CM Punk come out and just hug everybody and thank everybody. That's not what made CM Punk great. And he is over as hell right now. So it's fine. But they're going to have to change that up just a little bit. They're going to have to change that up just a little bit, because this whole CM Punk being happy and hugging everybody and kissing babies, that's not going to keep people engaged for the long term. He needs to bring that element that really, brought the summer of Punk to the forefront in WWE. So Cornette calls Omega Twinkle Toes McFinger Bang. Does he really? I haven't even heard. I remember hearing Cornette talk about him, but I wasn't sure what his opinion was. I've been listening to a lot of Cornette recently because I'm getting back into it. But for me, Kenny Omega to me just seems very, very overhyped and overrated. But I haven't been watching long enough to have a real opinion of him. I just keep hearing about him, and I'm just going, I see nothing good about this guy. Maybe his in-ring ability is good, but his mic skills, his presence, his gimmick, it's all forgettable in my opinion. I don't like it. Let me see. The Greg, UCLA destroys LSU, thus Pac-12 over SEC. The Bruins are back, baby. Fire Chip Kelly. I thought about you, the Greg. I thought about you. Okay. When UCLA beat LSU, because I'm like, how are you going to say fire Chip Kelly now? He just beat an SEC team. Oh man. Chip Kelly is overrated since leaving Oregon. I still think it's crazy that Chip Kelly was such a big personality and then suddenly just kind of went away. So Jeremy, how is it in college football? Is it always the usual suspects who go into the national championship? Yeah, for the most part. I mean, Alabama's probably going to be there. I'm pretty sure Clemson has a shitty schedule the rest of the year, so they're probably still like, that was a good loss for them, even though I think it was embarrassing. It was still a good loss because you lost to a Georgia, a top 5 team in a close game. And I think they're going to have an easy schedule, so they're going to be in the mix. Georgia's going to be in the mix. Who else? Your Ohio States of the world, your Oklahomas of the world. Like, it's going to be the usual suspects. Haven't listened to Cornette for a while. Used to love him. His politics are trash. Just another establishment shill. Jim Cornette definitely has TDS. I know that. Jim Cornette has some he's a leftist lunatic. But in terms of just listening to his wrestling takes, they're entertaining as hell. I love listening to him because if you listen to him, like every 5 minutes, he just always says, or whatever in the fuck, or whatever in the fuck. It's just funny as hell to listen to him talk. But I like Cornette from that perspective. But he is a person that suffers a severe case of TDS. Look, so does Punk. Punk's an SJW. CM Punk is an SJW. Okay. He is a left-wing lunatic. And I've said he would never talk to me. He would never talk to me because why? Because I'm a Trump supporter. And guess what, Punk? I'm never going to fucking apologize for that. I only care about CM Punk entertaining me in the wrestling ring. I don't give a fuck about talking to him outside of the ring. So I don't care about these people and their politics, but the problem is they would care about mine. They would never talk to me because I'm a Trump supporter. Ooh, that guy from Sports Wars, he voted for Trump. Yes, I voted for Trump. I voted for him in 2016. I'll vote for him again in 2024. I voted for him in 2020. The fuck you going to do about it? Nothing. I don't give a fuck about your approval. That's one thing we have a problem with. It's this celebrity worship bullshit where, they gotta like me. You don't have to fucking like me. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a shit about Tom Brady liking me. I don't care about Tim Tebow liking me. I don't care about CM Punk liking me. I don't care about Nick Saban liking me. I don't give a fuck. Just like Nick Saban and that whole bullshit about him doing the Black Lives Matter when they did the walk for Black Lives Matter. Do you know why Nick Saban did that? Do you know why Nick Saban did that? So he could recruit better. That's the only reason Nick Saban did that bullshit. Had nothing to do with him supporting. He did it so he could recruit better because all these people do is pander and bend over. Nick Saban wanted to get better recruiting, so Nick Saban decided, let me do the BLM march. That's it. Anybody who thinks differently is a fucking idiot. Nick Saban did it for recruiting. That's it. And it worked clearly because I'm sure a lot of them are like, oh man, Nick Saban cares. No, he doesn't. He doesn't give a fuck. He did it for recruiting. That's it. Period. And I'll call him out on it. I love Nick Saban. He's a fucking legend. He's the greatest college football coach of all time. Okay? I love the man. He has given Alabama more success than I could have ever imagined. I've been an Alabama fan my whole life. I've been through the Dennis Franchionis, the Mike Prices, the Mike Shulas. You know, the first vivid memory I have of Alabama football was 1992's national championship against Miami. Gene Stallings, you know, David Palmer was on that team. Derek Lassick was on that team. George Teague was on that team. I think Antonio Langham was on that team. I love Alabama football, and I love everything Nick Saban's done. But that BLM march was such bullshit, and that was only so he could get better recruiting. That's it. And anybody that says differently ain't paying attention. That's just a fact. All right, so we're going to wrap it up here since I got a little rant there to end it. But like I said, the plan is we're going to try to go live tonight for AEW All In. We're going to try to set it up where we can simultaneously watch together and do a reaction. So make sure that, you know, you're tuned in, for that. Make sure notifications are on. Joe says, you wasn't alive during the Ray Perkins era, Jeremy. Well, that was like that was like the mid 80s, like 1984, I think. So, I mean, I was only like 6 years old. So 5 or 6 years old. So my first memory of Alabama football, not necessarily was 90. That's the first, like, that's the 1992 national championship was very prominent. But if you go back, like, my first favorite football player ever was Bobby Humphrey. I believe that was the Ray Perkins time or Bill Curry. I can't remember if that was Bill Curry or Ray Perkins, but Bobby Humphrey, I remember being a fan of Bobby Humphrey, number 26 at Alabama. Then he got drafted by the Denver Broncos, number 26 for the Broncos, went to a Super Bowl in his first year. And then I think he got into drugs. And then Saran Stacy was the next person that I followed at Alabama. What year was Bobby Humphrey? Was it 85, Bobby Humphrey? I want to say it. Bobby Humphrey was 85, right? 85, 86? Is that right? Let's see. I'm trying to remember now. Somebody's going to Google that and tell me. Did I miss a super chat? Oh, I did. Dro, loving the channel. Love the channel. The Oregon Ducks are taking it. Oh, come on now. Don't bring that Oregon stuff up in here. But no, thank you so much for the super chat. And thank you. Thank you for the support. And I love all the shit talking for college football. Let me see. All right, I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna have to look up Bobby Humphrey at Alabama. Bobby Humphrey was Bobby Humphrey, Alabama. So Bobby Humphrey's Alabama career was. Is that pro? I don't need pro. So his first year, so his 89 was his NFL rookie season. So yeah, so 88, 87, 86. So 86, 87, and 88. That's when Bobby Humphrey was there. So that's kind of my first real memories of Alabama football was Bobby Humphrey. So there we go. Okay, so guys, thank you so much for being here. We'll see you tonight for all out. Oh, hang on. J Mill, just wanted to reiterate that seeing the full college football stadiums is amazing. This is a shift. You know what? It is. And I want to show this one more time. Okay. I'll show this one more time before we wrap this up because this is what you're talking about. Thank you for the super chat. This is what we're talking about right here. This is a beautiful thing. This is beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. That's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. Real national champ UCF is 1-0. Let's go. You know what? I do want to show. Let's watch one more thing real quick. Let's watch one more thing. Okay, since we're celebrating fans. Okay, let's watch something that's going to get us hyped up for tonight. Okay, and that is the return of CM Punk, dude. This is one of the biggest pops. Okay, you want to talk about it? You want to talk about a crowd? Okay, let's listen to this.
Has arrived in All Elite Wrestling. This building hasn't shut like this since Michael Jordan was here. This is Jordan-esque. This is an amazing moment.
Such an awesome moment, man. So yeah, man. I love seeing fans happy. Love seeing fans coming together. And this is just legendary, dude. Legendary. And respect for Punk for embracing the fans too. Right here.
Chicago's own CM Punk The hometown hero has come home after 7 years. He's back amongst his AEW family and his family here in Chicago.
It's awesome, man. So tonight, AEW All Out. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. Love it, man. It's going to be awesome. Let me see. There was one more that came in. Oh, Jonathan. Yeah, with your UCF. All right. So, guys, thank you for an awesome stream. I greatly do appreciate all of you. Thank you to everybody for being here. Thank you for the support on the super chats. So tonight we'll go live again for the watch party. Also, Mario Kart is tonight. So Geeks and Gamers got a lot going on. We got Mario Kart. We got AEW All Out. And Ryan is going to have his stream later tonight. His Sunday stream that he always does over on RK Outpost. So make sure you are subscribed to that channel as well. If you want to subscribe to my personal channel, it's D-Day Cobra, DDAYCOBRA. Obviously, we're part of Geeks and Gamers, geeksandgamers.com. So other than that, you guys have a great day, and we'll see you a little bit later tonight. Bye, everyone.